teacher Kelly. Welcome. Let's jump in to today's video and what it's all about. So today we're going to talk about Wales English. I have been with Wales English for 2 years now, and they are a company that I absolutely love. So today's video is pretty quick and sweet and to the point. I'm going to give you my top 5 reasons that I love working with Wales English. So let's dive straight in. First one, I love them because you get a chance to build rapport with your students. That's my top #1 reason and why I really love them. Regular students book their entire course, usually, with one teacher. So that means I see the same students for 30 weeks at a time. And I think that's really fabulous because a lot of times in this industry, you get kids for a class, maybe a couple of weeks, sometimes longer. But I really like Wales because I get a chance to really get to know my kids, find out what's going on in their lives, learn what they like and don't like, but also I get to watch them progress over time. You can see a really big difference from class 1 to class 30. And a lot of the students that I teach, I have seen pretty much since I started with Wales. And I think that's fabulous and something that you don't always get with other companies. So that's my #1 reason, is that I really get to build some rapport with my students. Okay, #2, kind of goes hand in hand with that one, is the stability of the work with Wales is second to none. Again, I've had many of the same students the entire time I've been with Wales. I can count on seeing them each and every week. Minimum hours with Wales are 8, so you do 8 hours a week with them. And I mean, to be honest, I can count on those 8 hours. I know I am teaching 8 hours every week. And I rarely get cancellations or no-shows or things like that. So it means my income from Wales is pretty stable. And I quite like that. And again, like I said before, students book their entire course with you. So it kind of gives you a way to kind of plan out, your schedule, your work, your income. And I really quite like that because again, like #1, it's kind of something you don't get a lot of in this industry. So that's my #2, is the stability. Okay, #3. This one's honestly quite important as well, but I absolutely love the communication with Wales English. Again, something you don't get with many companies. With Wales, you're assigned a personal contact at the company. It's like your teacher support or your teacher contact. And they are with you on DingTalk to communicate with you about anything that you need. They can answer questions for you. They can help with any issues that you have. If you have problems scheduling, if something goes wrong, whatever the case may be, you have someone that you can actually speak to in the company, rather than just sending in a ticket hoping for a response in 2 days or something like that. So I really love the communication that I have with my contact and with the company. I never feel like I'm alone in all of this. So again, that one's super important, but it is #3 on my list. Amazing communication. Okay, let's go #4. What's my #4? This one's a good one too. So I really like Wales because they are a bit different in the classes. Many companies do the 25-minute classes. That's super common. A lot are 1 to 4 or 1 to 1. So I have lots of companies that kind of do that. I like Wales because it gives me some variety and it's totally different. Wales is 1 to 2, so it's me and 2 students, and the classes are 50 minutes. And again, this comes back to building rapport and whatnot. I like the longer classes because I can really, spend a bit more time with my students. I never feel rushed about covering a concept. If a student gets stuck on pronunciation, it's totally fine to spend an extra 20, 30 seconds really practicing and helping them get it right. And again, I love the 1 to 2. You get a little bit more interaction, you can get the students talking to each other, and again, you're not feeling rushed because you have tons of students in a class either. So it's kind of like a happy middle ground. And it's quite different again to many other companies. And it gives me that added little injection of variety in my day. Okay, number 5, last but not least on my list, I have to mention this one because it is important to me and pretty much anyone else wanting to get into this industry. Wales has the amazing pay. Like, hands down, I would say they're on the upper end of the industry in terms of the ESL companies. Wales typically pays a base rate per class, so per 50-minute class, of $18 to $26. And that's pretty good for a base rate, because many companies have recently dropped their base rates much, much lower, down to like the $14, $15 range. So Wales hasn't done that. They've kept quite steady. And $18 to $26 as a base rate is pretty good. I also make $5 extra per class for teaching the peak times on the weekends. And they also have amazing attendance bonuses. You can earn between $150 to $450 extra per month for teaching, you know, more classes and showing up and doing what you're supposed to do for those classes. So they really offer some decent money for what we're doing. So I couldn't leave that one off the list because it is super important. Everyone loves the topic of the dollar bills. And it is important because, you know, I love teaching, but of course we have to also put food on the table ourselves. So pay is super important, and it does make the list on number 5 of the reasons I love Wales. So that's my list. Pretty straightforward. So, you know, the ability to build rapport, the stability of the work, the amazing communication, the different setup, and the amazing pay. 5 wonderful reasons to work with Wales English. Okay, so that is my reasonably quick video for today. Hopefully it does give you an idea of some of the pros for working with Wales English. And if you guys are interested or want to check it out, definitely shoot me an email. I'm happy to help you through the hiring process. And you can also find my link to apply, as I said earlier, down below. So definitely check out their website as well. And you can find lots of information on the company there. Okay, I'm finally gonna shut up. Whew. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Goodbye.